Mm. Meow, 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 meow. No telling where the fucking last save was.
Programming suggests a bright light in the tunnel from human death, and I look to the nothing one final time, condemned to its dark void for eternity. Recording ends. Disconnected.
Yeah, I'm live. Refresh. Yeah. And there's where those HEPA filters are that I'm looking for. It's in there. But to get in there, I gotta go through the caves. And to go through the caves, I've got to get that key card that I had already. But no, my power had to go out. Yeah, I'm trying to remember where it was. I mean, I know where it was, but how do I get there again? They're all green, dude. Yeah, that's kind of their thing. And there's the fucking exit again, which I don't want.
Hey! For the Brotherhood! Whoa, Nelly!
Mysterious stranger. Gotta duck down and then jump.
Get it.
Tomorrow is leg day.
Uh-oh.
Damn.
Come on!
It must be the wrong caves because it seems like it's above me. But I think there's another door over here. Because I had to drop down to get in. It seems like there's another through here. Oh, hey.
Took your sweet time. I suppose the NCR sent you?
Yep.
She's such a dear. Not like that pompous little pedant she works for. But that's neither here nor there. These plants have gotten completely out of control. I've got a plan to deal with them, but I'll need your help. Good. Meet me on the second level, and I'll explain what needs to be done.
Meet me on the second level. And I'll explain what needs to be done. That's the person that was sent here before me by the NCR. Remember the Dr. Dickhead who sent me here and didn't bother to tell me he sent someone before me? And then his assistant was like, well, I think she was like that before she got here. But the other worker there was like, hey, they sent this person named Keely. If you could find her, that'd be great. That's the research data that Dr. Hildern wanted. Oh. Yeah. Some of them do that when you kill them and they blow up.
What's this? Did you do these repairs? Not bad. Not bad at all. Saves me time, I guess. See you upstairs.
Okay. I need to go to the common areas where I need to go. Yeah. Ooh. Prototype. Thank you very much. Let's see. Yeah. I gotta find the commoner, because I'm pretty sure what she wants to do is burn this place to the ground, which is fine by me. But I gotta get the HEPA filters first. Nothing that way. Another door. Requires a key. Get out of the way. Okay, where the fuck are they? It said they were in here. There we go. I got those. Somebody wanted the gag out of here, I'm pretty sure. Maybe not. Maybe it's just the research. What?
The car.
Huh?
The car.
What?
The car.
About the carpet. What? Savannah 7I. Okay.
Now it is time for another proverb lesson. Number 8. Although it has never been there, the moon knows the wasteland.
Good, you're here. Ready to begin? Time is of the essence, so I'll be brief. This place is filled with spores that are toxic to humans, and we need to get rid of them. I've pumped the vault full of a highly flammable gas that, once ignited, should destroy the vast majority of spores. There's one problem, though. The gas becomes semi-inert on exposure to oxygen, meaning the gas will have to be ignited close to where it's being introduced. I need you to find the vents where the gas is being pumped and ignite it. Oh, and survive the resulting blast. In the area where the gas is active, any kind of fire or explosion should do the trick. Hell, if you don't have anything like that, I've got some grenades in my... I set the gas to pump into the 5th level since that's where the concentration of spores was highest. I'd start look. Typically, these vaults use circular vents in their air circulation systems. Look for a wall. There's one just around the corner outside this lab if you need. Good.
I could hear you the whole time. My fucking microphone was muted. When you see a red light like that on my camera, my microphone is muted. I didn't realize because it got not now. I turned it back on. Obviously, like you can hear me. Fucking
Morning.
no. Well, I know how I did it because fucking Tristan was telling me about the carpet behind me. And when I turned, I touched the microphone and it fucking muted. So I'm telling you, man, your messenger is fucked because, like, you get regular messages from me, like, everywhere else, but as soon as it comes to Messenger, it's like fucking hour later it shows up. Yeah. He wants me to ignite the gas, but it's got to be done right next to the source.
I'm gonna need some new limbs.
Yeah, grenade. I'm gonna try a grenade. There we go.
Grenade!
Fucking A. I don't know what I'm trying to figure out.
Grenade!
I'm all the way on the other fucking side.
Careful, someone could trip on that.
Just like that.
Ah, good. You survived. I was beginning to think you hadn't. You'll be pleased to know that the spore should no longer be a problem. Now all that's left is to ensure that none of this ever happens again. The research that led to these abominations must be erased. I've managed to create a connection to the Vault's backup system from here. I just have to remotely delete all the files, and we're done here. No, it shouldn't take all that long. Just a few more moments and... That's strange. The system says that the files were accessed recently and copied to an external source. You wouldn't happen to know anything. Yes, that sounds like something he'd do. Well, there's nothing for it then. Those files need to be erased. Hold out your arm. How do you figure that? I suppose the data here could serve as a warning to other scientists. Tell them what paths of research not to follow. All right. You convinced me. Take the files back to that buffoon. You make a good point. But I still honestly hope you know what you're doing. I've unlocked the door, so you're free to run along now. Although it pains me to say it, I wouldn't have made it out of here without your help. If you're heading back toward McCarran, tell Dr. Williams that she has my thanks as well.
Howdy. Name's Sterling, First Recon. Can't say... Got a good memory for faces, landmarks and such too. Comes with practice, that's all, and a lot of scouting from place to place. I call her the Long Carabine. Didn't always have the scope. I added that myself. Been shooting with her so long, couldn't bring myself to toss her away. Would have felt guilty to part with the old girl. The other snipers used bolt action, but Gorbets reckoned it didn't matter none if I was different, so long as I could hit my targets. Used to be a ranger, one of the first they sent out east back before we took the dam. Observation and reconnaissance. We took the lay of the land, checked out the locals, and kept ourselves inconspicuous. A couple friends of mine were the first to scout the dam. That was back in '73, if I recall. A lot of those rangers are dead now. Vegas always chewed men up. It's just a little more literal nowadays. Well, that wasn't really a matter of choice. Got myself caught by legionaries up near Malpay. They had themselves some fun with me. Mangled my hands and feet pretty good. Wasn't much good with the pistol after that. Wasn't gonna be trekking across the waste on any more long scouts either. Caesar's boys figured I wasn't going anywhere after what they'd done to me, so they didn't bother tying me up. I crawled out of there on my elbows and knees. Must have looked a sight. Then I rolled down an embankment into the Colorado. Guess I had a mind to drown rather than give Caesar's boys the satisfaction of killing me. But a couple rangers happened to be watching from across the river. They jumped on in and pulled me out of there. Lucky break, they said. Always a pleasure. Keep yourself safe.
Never seen you around before. What do you want?
How about a date? I like tough women.
What gave me away? The big gun, the shades, or the attitude? They don't. Only the good ones do. My partner's got some potential, so I let him wear those goofy glasses. I tell him they're his training shades. He totally buys it. Truth is, his eyes just suck. The little guy, 10 of spades. I like him because he listens. Doesn't shut up the rest of the time, but when I talk, he listens. Also, he doesn't pull any stupid come-ons, like practically every other horn dog alpha male on this base. Might be he's just scared of me, though. Yeah, right. You're sniffing up the wrong skirt. Yeah.
Try again when you're tall, blonde, and female.
I'm Bitter Root, First Recon. You got a reason to talk to me? You a merc? Well, then I guess you want to talk to my... father, Major Daughtry. He's our CO. All right, goodbye.
Trying to figure out who do I talk to about the bounties. One of these people in the tent.
Checking in with the base, huh?
I think it's one of these generic fuckers.
Hey,
Yeah. Elect.
Nelson's back in our hands. I hope we can defend it this time.
I'll look it up in a minute.
Keeley just called in. You should have heard the director. But wait up. Now look here. She wouldn't let him finish a sentence. Just reamed him out for sending all those people to the vault. Thanks for keeping her safe. Here's the caps I promised. Thanks again. Really, I owe you.
Alright, so the guy that
I
was
received a
just told to
pleasant
talk
call
to.
from Dr. Keeley. It seems we have you to thank for keeping her alive. Wonderful. Excellent work. Let me see it. I don't see how that's relevant. The dangers of the vault were your business, not mine. The only question is whether the data is... I think Williams... Yes, here it is. The data is mostly uncorrupted. Here then, as promised, an agreeable sum payable upon delivery... Your concerns are perfectly understandable, but I assure you, they're entirely misplaced. We would never use technology that wasn't fully tested. We aren't some motley band of vault alchemists. We're with the government, for goodness sake. Have a little faith in us.
Something I can do for you?
I think he's upstairs. Hey, look, there's one that works.
You stick out like a sore thumb around here. You sure you're in the right... Yeah, so far this has gone exactly as expected. Poorly. But with the work you've done for... We captured an honest-to-God centurion of Caesar's Legion recently. Better believe it. Everybody in Caesar's Legion, from Caesar on down, will kill themselves before they can be captured. They're so twitchy they'd probably do it if you reached out to hug them. But here's this guy, who's an elite commander in their army, and he just gives himself up, even as his men are slitting their own throats around him. Well, I don't know about you, but to me that sounds like a man who's willing to cooperate. Except he hasn't. Only times he speaks up are to insult you. He's a real prick, by the way. And I'm supposed to get information out of this guy.
Possibly eat these disgusting things. But then again, anything is better than starving to death, right? Oh.
I like the way you think. Have I said that yet? Problem is that the NCR frowns on using that sort of tactic. There are some restrictions still in place from President Tandy's administration. But here's my favorite thing about you. You're not in the NCR. Plus, for all this guy knows, you're completely insane. That's a winning combination. I think if you rough him up enough and really put some fear into him, he'll sing like a choir boy. So let's do this. When you're ready, I'll go in and give you a little intro. Then I leave the room and you make him regret the day he was born. We go back and forth a couple times until either he talks or he can't move his jaw anymore. Either way, we've had our entertainment for the day.
I gotta send my fucking followers away, I think.
That's the spirit.
Return to base.
What's up? Why does everyone always... Nice!
Long time no see, Silus.
Lieutenant, I was just thinking about you.
That's so.
I was just thinking about that pretty neck of yours.
How sweet.
I was thinking about how it would look with a Legion slave collar on it.
I'll pass.
Do you know what I love about our slave collars, Lieutenant?
If you love them, maybe you should try one on.
I love how tightly they fit. I train my men to make sure the slave's flesh bulges a bit around the top and bottom. Know why?
It's all the rage in fashion circles?
Not quite. If you fit it just right, their body never gets used to the feeling of wearing it. It cuts in just enough when they swallow or turn their head to remind them who they belong to. And it's that constant reminder that keeps them docile.
In that case, maybe you'd better save the collar you were gonna give me.
Oh? For whom?
For a friend of mine you're about to meet. My friend isn't very docile.
And who is this friend of yours?
You know all the rules the NCR instituted to protect enemy prisoners of war?
Of course.
My friend doesn't. Oh, and Silus? If you resist at all, I'll personally blow your brains out. Come on in, he's all yours. I'll be back in a bit to see how you're getting along. And I'll need you to surrender your weapons before you go in. You can pick them up from the locker on the way out.
What an ugly little worm you are. What pile... You must have some reason to be in your line of work. Tell me, what did the Legion do to you? Did we enslave your children? Slaughter your family before your eyes to teach you a lesson? Whatever it was, I hope I was there to give the order.
You must miss giving orders now that all your men are dead.
Foot soldiers of the Legion are trained not to have to think for themselves, to have conflict removed from their minds. They kill themselves to evade capture because they are not trusted to make such a decision rationally in the heat of battle. But I'm no foot soldier. I knew I could escape captivity on my own without revealing the tiniest iota of information to my captors.
Sounds to me like you're too gutless to follow Caesar's orders.
I'll show you gutless, you sniveling bastard. I'll spill your guts all over this room.
Whoa, easy there. You're supposed to... Alright, you can stop for a sec. Nice job. I think my friend doesn't like you, Silus. I don't know how much longer I can keep him under control.
You think this will make me talk? A beating? This is the best you can do?
Not just any beating, Silus. A savage beating. A beating that you'll be reminded of every time you feel pain from now on. When my friend's done with you, you won't have any of your teeth left. You'll be drinking your food through a straw. Your ribs will never heal properly, and it will hurt every time you breathe. It'll be like your collars, Silus. Impossible to forget.
Go to hell.
Huh. Not the sort of wit I've come to expect from you, Silus.
You're getting nothing from me.
I'm getting entertainment. That's something. So what's it gonna be? Are you gonna spill your guts to me? Or am I gonna let my friend the maniac back in here for some playtime? Silus. Silent treatment, huh? Have it your way. Come on back in. I think he misses you. Oh, and let me check you for weapons one more time. For your safety as well as his.
You hit like a bedridden old woman.
Lucky you. You can borrow my dentures when I knock all your teeth out.
It'll take more than that to get me to talk, worm. Aha! Come on! Enough, this is pointless. I'm dead to the Legion either way, I'll tell you what I know. But you should know that Caesar has always kept his own counsel. He never reveals anything that would make him vulnerable. My knowledge will not prevent the inevitable. This camp will be ash within months. Maybe weeks. Something is wrong with Caesar. Something he is attempting to hide from his men. But it was obvious before we set out on this last mission. For 3 days we awaited his order to dispatch us. 3 days. But he hid in his tent, refusing to give orders, complaining of headaches. He looks different now than he used to. His face is sunken, sickly. But any questioning of his health enrages him. There is one other thing that may interest you. I know that Caesar has planted a spy here. Every night, details of NCR troop movements are broadcast from a radio on this base to Caesar's camp. The spy has been here a long time, since before the entire conflict began. He's an officer. If I knew who he was, I would tell you. If I escape and he's alive to report it, the Legion would hunt me down. But like I said, none of this information will change the outcome for you. No force can hold back the tide of the Legion.